This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us. Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do. Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators. Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward. Translation. The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this enclave, but be warned that any lack of respect will result in death. Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue, be careful of what you ask. Translation. Translation. He says that what you seek is far from here in the eastern Dune Sea. He will give you a map so you can find your way. Translation. His people found it, but didn't scavenge it because a crate dragon took up residence in the excavation. Translation. Translation. Your ignorance isn't his concern. He claims there is a hunter that wanders the area sometimes and that you should ask him. Translation. The hunter is a Twi'lek. He will be in the eastern Dune Sea somewhere. Clarification. We must be more specific, Master. They capture many organics. Translation. Translation. He says that the captive Jawas are slaves and that they have lived past their usefulness. You may take them if you wish. Translation. Translation. He says that by his very presence, this grift defiles their home and land. He is without any semblance of usefulness to them. Extrapolation. I would assume we are free to take him. It is doubtful they will even waste the effort to kill him. Perhaps we could do it, Master. Protocol. We should not keep him long. It is an insult to take too much of his time. Unless the plan is to blast him when you are done, of course. Protocol. This will be a very sensitive topic, Master. You will want to be careful with your questions or risk offending him. Not that is much of a worry. Translation. Translation. He says that he will not, Master. There is one storyteller in each clan, and only he may recite the histories. Translation. Translation. He says that you don't understand. They must never be told to someone who might say them incorrectly out of ignorance. Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy punishable by death. Only their greatest warriors are even permitted to listen to the tales. Translation. Translation. He doesn't know, Master. His people usually kill outsiders. Since you are an outsider yourself, that would not suffice. Translation. The greatest challenge for a warrior is to face a great dragon, the largest predator on Tatooine. Fight one of those, and bring back a dragon pearl. Discussed. I think he's making fun of you, Master. He doesn't believe an outsider could do such a thing. Translation. Translation. Stones polished in the gullet of the beast. A Apparently they are valuable items. Translation. Translation. He says that the fact that you have to ask, this is just one more example of your ignorance as an outsider, Master. He says you are blind. Translation. His people believe they are part of the land, living with it. You and your kind dare to raise yourself above it. You remove yourself. Translation. That act of removal makes you an outsider, separate from all that is important. You could never understand how unwelcome you are. Translation. Translation. He says that outsiders use machines to convey them and to make their lives easier. This severs a connection with the land. Translation. Connection to the soil must be made through flesh. A sacred animal is the only external tool to be used. Translation. Translation. He says that the use of these blasphemous things will only be tolerated because outsider interference has forced it upon them. Translation. If your kind had not come here, he would not have to defend their ways or their land. Translation. Translation. He says that the robes are sacred, Master, and you would not understand. Sand people are never uncovered outside of the most private moments. Translation. Translation. Never. That is their way, Master. Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
What can I do?
Yes?
Query. What do you wish to... Translation. Translation.
Yeah?
Yes?
You there. I'm a high-ranking executive at the Zerka Corporation. There's a big reward if you take me back to Anchorhead.
Griff, don't you recognize me? It's Mission.
Mission? Is it really you? I heard Taurus was destroyed. I thought you were dead. Oh, joy of joys, my little sister is alive.
I have to ask you something, Griff. It's important. I ran into Lena. She said it was your idea to leave me on Terrace. It isn't true, is it?
There's the truth and then there's the truth, you know? I always meant to go back to Taurus, sis, just as soon as I had the credits to pay off my debts. But credits have been hard to come by.
You mean it's true? It was your idea to leave me there? I'm your sister. How could you abandon me like that?
Come on, sis, you didn't need me to look after you anymore. You may have been young, but you knew how to take care of yourself. Besides, you're here now. I mean, everything worked out fine.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me after all these years, after deserting me on Terrace?
Well, that and, could you please get me out of here? You got a tough-looking friend there.
Yeah, you can find your way from there, right? Can you manage that? What? Is there something else?
Well, I wanted to thank you, and, you look like you're doing well. Financially, I mean. Say, could you spare me a few credits to get back on my feet?
You're hitting me up for credits. I don't believe this. Lena was right about you, Griff. We should have just left you to the Sand People. Don't talk to me anymore. Ever.
That didn't go well. Sis was always a little too fiery for her own good. She'll cool down in time. She'll be okay. We had our fights before. Too bad, though. I really could have used a helping hand right now. You may have saved my life, but I don't have a single credit to my name. Say, you wouldn't be able to spare me some credits, just till I get back on my feet, you know? Huh. I guess you've been talking to Lena, too. That's okay. I'll figure out a way to get by without your credits. I always do. Besides, I've already got a job lined up for me. Krita, the manager over at the Zerka supply shop, said I could come work for him if I ever get tired of the mines. Yeah, I think I'll go take him up on his offer. You know, maybe there's something else you can help me with. I need to talk to a guy first and set up the details, but if you're interested in a job, come see me in Greta's shop. Goodbye, Mission. I'm glad you're not dead.
Yes? I'm tired of waiting, Comad. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
Acknowledgement.
What?
Runda dijo donga kun hongami. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nodek. Tuk nin chatukune. Ka chikun ida donga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Runda dijo donga kun hongami. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nodek. Tuk nin chatukune mulerames. Ka chikun ida donga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podonar dio dunga kun kabe. Runda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunodek. Tuk nin chatukune mulerabes. Ka chikun ida donga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podonar dio dunga kun kabe. Runda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunodek. Tuk nin chatukune mulerabes. Ka chikun ida donga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podonar. Runda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunodek. Ka chikun ida donga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podonar dio dunga kun kabe. Runda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunodek. Tuk nin chatukune mulerabes. Ka chikun ida donga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podonar dio dunga kun. Runda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunodek. Tuk nin chatukune mulerabes. Ka chikun ida donga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podonar dio dunga kun kabe. Runda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Ka chikun ida donga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podonar dio dunga kun kabe. Runda dijo donga. Ka chikun.
Yes? I'm here.
Sure.
What can I do?
Sure.
Combat mode.
You cannot win. You cannot win.
Droid efficiency at its best.
What?
Yes?
Acknowledgement.
What?
I'm here.
Sure.
What can I do?
Master?
What can I do?
What?
Ajuda. Wonga could be stood. Ajuda. Wonga could be stood. Jedu badowana ni di bobo. Tune podo. Rananu prata doko shirkasha. Jum apike. Dayata. Wata yuma wamahuhu nadagdik. Shotung ni patoga. Wano kusbe ching palamule donke. Jedu badawana ni di bobo. Dong nabungsha nununya. Dong patukashmak talea. Ronda di hotonga kun hangabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunutek tugning muchashat pakat kiye no nama
we have found the star map you were seeking. I am surprised it is still working after all this time.
I do not think it is mere chance that we have found the star map here, in the lair of a Krayt dragon. The star map is an artifact of the dark side. The Krayt dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power, only to be enslaved by it. Come, we should leave this place. There's nothing else for us here. How can I help? About my mother? Do you think I should? I would like to keep something to remember Father as much as she would. I'll think about it. I should try and remember my training. I should be able to let go of this, but I can't. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's keep going.